work is exhausting and many are trying to find an alternative. It seems the age of remote has begun. Some thought the pandemic would be short-lived and everyone would soon return to the office. But already 13 months have passed. The majority of people want flexible remote work to continue, but new research from Microsoft warns leaders that they are out of touch with exhausted employees and need to plan if hybrid work is to be successful. Some say that flexibility and agility is something that people appreciate and it is here to stay. At the same time, few corporates are waiting for the announcement as COVID-19 is more like a seasonal flu than a pandemic. The theme of the pandemic is that the entire world participated in this work from home experiment and it became a norm essentially. This is going to be the new way of working that is actually going to bring better culture, more inclusion. The human need to accommodate each other is something that creates connection and all of us should think about how we accommodate each other in this new way of working. One problem is that leaders are more isolated than before the pandemic. Remote flexibility and a lack of support may explain why 41% of employees are now planning to leave their current job within a year. The pandemic has accelerated the introduction of technology across the globe in a short period of time, as well as the advent of telecom as a critical source of connectivity to various services. We are on the cusp of the next workforce disruption. Across the board, companies are thinking about how they can reinvent themselves. I, however, believe that the future is more heterogeneous. It is a combination of home, hybrid and on-location working. Let's look into today's headlines in VAR India. New guidelines for digital payment apps for limiting their share to 30% cap. NPCI has enforced rules on UPI for Google Pay, PhonePe, Paytm and others. India's digital payments ecosystem will prevent market dominance by any single third-party player. The National Payments Corporation of India has issued detailed guidelines capping permissible volume on crossing the 30% mark. Third-party apps and their partner banks will have to stop onboarding new users with immediate effects. Video streaming platforms should be held responsible for content. India tightened its grip on social media firms such as Facebook and Twitter. The rules called the Intermediary Guidelines and Digital Media Ethics Code also requires firms such as Netflix and Amazon's Prime Video to classify content into categories based on viewers' age. India's technology minister said video streaming services have to be responsible and accountable for their shows and movies, defending rules introduced last month that regulate such content. India's economy on path of gradual recovery from COVID, says International Monetary Fund. India's economy is on the path of gradual recovery, real GDP growth and return to positive territory in the fourth quarter of 2020. The International Monetary Fund, that is IMF, has said that the Indian economy is on the path of gradual recovery from the COVID-19 related economic stress. IMF's spokesperson Gary Rice said that the recent emergence of the variants and localized lockdowns could pose risks to a sustained recovery. RBI Governor Shaktikant Das has also expressed concern over the resurgence of COVID infections. Welcome move by the government to disclosure of crypto holdings. The Blockchain and Crypto Assets Council, that is BACC, of the Internet and Mobile Association of India, that is IAMAI, welcomed the government's move on making it mandatory for companies to disclose investments made in cryptocurrencies. Favoring the development, BACC of IAMAI stated it's a move in the right direction that will bring greater transparency. The move opens the door for all Indian companies to have crypto on their balance sheets. It is a good sign that India is moving towards more acceptance and awareness amongst the mainstream markets and regulators. Beware of this WhatsApp scam message. Free gifts from Amazon to users. The message being circulated on WhatsApp asks users to take a survey that claims to offer free gifts on Amazon's 30th celebration. The link leads to a fraudulent URL which asks the users to fill a survey and share the link with around 20 people or 5 groups. The page asks users to answer 4 questions related to improving the quality of service. Some of the questions include what's your age, what's your gender, and how do you rate Amazon's services. Additionally, The website also asks users if they are an Android or iPhone user. Dr. Anish Shah appointed as the MD and CEO in Mahindra & Mahindra. Mahindra & Mahindra has announced that Pawan Goenka will retire as Managing Director and CEO as well as member of the Board of Directors with effect from 2nd of April 2021. Goenka has been a part of the Mahindra Group for 27 years. Dr. Anish Shah, who is currently the Deputy Managing Director and Group Chief Financial Officer, will replace Goenka. Anand Mahindra, Chairman of the Mahindra Group, said, "On behalf of the board, I salute the work accomplished by Pawan throughout his 27 years career in the company, which has resulted in its strong growth." Bain Capital infuses $750 million of funding into Nutanix. Bain Capital has injected $750 million of funding into Nutanix to take Nutanix to the next level after witnessing Nutanix technology differentiation, massive growth opportunities ahead, and its transition to subscription, according to Bain Capital's David Hamperay. Nutanix started in the hyper-converged infrastructure market. Nutanix is essentially a 50% share player together with VMware and has really created that market, which they think is still unpenetrated and has the opportunity to grow for quite some time. AI could play a crucial role in growth of farm sector. Artificial intelligence is likely to play a key role in leveraging India's agricultural sector from its stressful input conditions, catalyzing a shift towards data-driven farming if it gets the right policy and financial support, said Debjani Ghosh, NASSCOM president. Several AI-led use cases like precision agriculture and farm management and automated breeding can improve productivity and operational efficiency. She further said that the Netherlands is a good example of effective AI adoption in the sector. Global CEOs don't expect to see return to normal until 2022 as per KPMG. About 45% of CEOs do not expect business to return to normal till 2022, while 31% believe it will happen later this year as per a KPMG report. The report further says the majority of CEOs globally will wait for more than 50% of the population to be vaccinated before returning to the office. In India, this number stood at 76%. More than half said that they are concerned about employees' access to a COVID-19 vaccine, while 94% of Indian CEOs will ask employees to return to work post-vaccination. India to play a decisive role in the era of 5G, says TRAI Secretary. India will play a decisive role in the 5G era given the country's digital and software capabilities, says S.K. Gupta, Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, TRAI Secretary. He further said the high reliance on imported telecom equipment has been a source of concern both financially and in terms of security, and a well-planned and centered approach to indigenous development will be the way forward. He added, dependence on the import of telecom equipment is a cause of concern. Summing up, the flexibility and agility is something that people appreciate, and it's here to stay. This is going to be the new way of working that is actually going to bring better culture, more inclusion. The human need to accommodate each other is something that creates connection, and all of us should think about how we accommodate each other in this new way of working. The post-COVID era will be shaped more definitively by technology than any other force in the global theatre today. The way people work and interact with their workplaces and the way companies cooperate will see tremendous changes. The future of the workplace will be digital, so it is only axiomatic that India, with its massive demographic bulge and technology industry, with its transformative history, is showing the way. It is very important for all of us to understand that the new normal or next normal in the post-COVID era will be shaped more definitively by technology than any other force in the global theatre today. Every aspect of our lives, from well-being to work and everything else in between, will be massively disrupted in the coming years thanks to technology. That's it for the day. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to War India News Magazine. You can download the War India app from Google Play Store for the latest news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.